Hello and welcome to Brainy Gardener. Today, it is all about how to grow and care for the Aloe Arborescens. Aloe Arborescens, or Torch Aloe, is a mid-sized sub-shrub succulent plant with an upright stem and multiple rosettes of green leaves. It is native to South Africa and has been cultivated there for centuries. Its common name comes from the fact that its red flowers are arranged in a manner similar to torches. This aloe features mid-green leaves serrated around the edges. The leaves tinge red near the tip, complementing its red flowers quite nicely when they appear. It flowers in winter, adding interest to the garden in the otherwise drab season. Orange-red flowers appear on unbranching stalks that rise from the center of each rosette. The stalks are usually solitary. A fully mature specimen of this species grows to be about 6 to 10 feet tall. It is extremely fire retardant, making it an excellent choice for indoor and outdoor use. Aloe arborescens is a sun-loving plant that does best in bright, direct sunlight. Therefore, a south-facing window is a great place for this aloe to grow. If grown under intense sunlight, the color of the tips of the leaves turns red, adding a layer of beauty to the plant. However, if your aloe is not getting enough light, its leaves will appear pale and leggy. Torch aloe requires well-draining soil that is made up of equal parts peat moss, potting soil, and sand. This will allow for proper drainage and aeration of the roots. The aloe must be watered thoroughly but infrequently, especially in temperate climates. Water your aloe when the top 2 inches of soil begin to dry out. This can be done by watering deeply until the water starts to seep out the drainage holes. However, keep in mind the water needs to drain quickly after a watering session. A wet aloe is a dead aloe. The krantz aloe is native to the arid regions of South Africa. As such, it has adapted well to dry conditions and thrives in them. The torch aloe does best when temperatures are between 55 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit with low humidity levels. While the krantz aloe does not need a lot of fertilizer, it does need some. Use a slow-release balanced liquid fertilizer once or twice yearly around spring to ensure that your aloe gets all the nutrients it needs to grow healthy and strong. Grow your candelabra aloe in a wide, shallow pot with drainage holes. These aloes tend to grow quite large and can get unwieldy in their pot if not cared for correctly. Use spring as the time for repotting as a plant undergoing its growth phase recovers quicker from any damage to its roots. Use clay/terracotta pots with drainage holes as they work best. Use a good quality, well-draining potting mix. A sunny location is best, but candelabra aloes will tolerate some shade. Carefully remove the aloe from its current container. Use your trowel or small shovel to scrape away any remaining soil from around the roots. Fill the container with the well-draining potting mix and create a hole in the middle. Gently place the root ball in the hole and fill around the roots with more soil to secure the plant. Wait a week to water, giving the plant a chance to settle into its new home. Aloe arborescens are extremely easy to propagate. You can reproduce using cuttings, seeds, or pups, offshoots. But while seeds and cuttings do work, they take longer to mature than offsets and have a higher chance of failure. Therefore, it is generally recommended to opt for the safer option and go for offsets instead. The process is relatively simple. Remove offsets from the parent plant with a sharp knife and leave them in a dry area for a couple of days or until they have calloused over. Plant offsets into well-draining soil, ensuring enough space between each one. Water regularly until established. Aloe arborescens blooms are legendary. They are a sight to behold, with their upright flower stalk that looks like someone holding a lit candelabra. The flowers are red in color and arranged in an upside-down cone-like structure atop tall inflorescences. They appear in the winter. Aloe arborescens are considered non-toxic. In fact, the sap is used for medicinal purposes. It has antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. Mealybugs, snail insects, and aphids are the common pests. Mealybugs are often seen infecting Aloe arborescens. They feed on sap and can cause plants to dehydrate if not treated quickly. Scale insects are another common pest that attacks Aloe arborescens. These tiny insects can be identified by their hard, brown, or gray shell-like covering. They secrete honeydew, attracting ants and compounding the problem. Aphids are another common pest that feast on the krantz aloe. These tiny insects can be identified by their pear-shaped body, 2 antennae, and their ability to move quickly. They feed on sap as well. You can generally treat all these pests by spraying the affected area with neem oil or using rubbing alcohol. Please note and avoid overwatering the plant, placing it under harsh sunlight, using poorly drained potting mediums, and fertilizing during the dormancy period. Sunburn, over-fertilization, and overwatering are some of the common problems. Exposure to direct sunlight can cause sunburn on Aloe arborescens. If you notice dark spots on the leaves, this is a sign of sunburn. Slowly move the plant away from direct sunlight until the spots fade. Over-fertilization can cause Aloe arborescens to develop nutrient burn. This is a common issue with aloe plants and is easily avoided by following the directions on your fertilizer package. Aloe arborescens can be susceptible to overwatering. When they are growing in pots, make sure that the soil is dry before watering again. If you notice leaves drooping and falling off, this is a sign you might be overwatering. Check the roots for rot to make sure.